Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your October 2025 tarot card reading. We are going to get started with an oracle card to get a sense of the energy that we're moving into for October 2025. Expansion. You are getting ready to move up into higher levels of awareness through embracing your life experiences. All right, expansion. Sounds like ninth house activity to me. Jupiter's energy for sure. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Oop, I apologize. These cards have been jumping out. They're anxious to tell the story. We're going to go ahead and get some additional advice and guidance for you for October. All right. Well, there's some expansion, new adventure. Beautiful. Rebirth card, beautiful. The Death card represents rebirth, transformative power. Page of Wands, the Tower, Page of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. All right, I'm going to scooch down just a bit here. All right, so we have expansion. And I like that the High Priestess also showed up next to the Fool, because the Fool talks about taking that leap of faith, taking a new path, expanding your world. And of course, the High Priestess is more on a spiritual leap of faith, opening up our mind, opening up possibilities, opportunities, being more open to the mystical things in our life. So I think with the Death card, the transformation card, right at the end of that first rose tells me that the old way of thinking, is ending for you, which is beautiful because it starts with our mind always, right? The body follows the mind. We all know if we're trying to lose weight that we really got to get our head straight, because if we don't get our head straight and committed, we're not going to see any results. We're not going to feel healthier. We're not going to feel more vital. We're certainly not going to lose some weight because, we're not committed at that level. So when you open up your mind and make a commitment to yourself in your heart space as well, things start to happen for you. And that the two pages right next to the heart of your reading, which is a huge transformative card in its own right, the Tower card, says to me that as soon as the last part of this chapter for you is over, that you're being supported by this beautiful new beginning. And what I like about it is it's bookending. And when you have an open mind, you open your chances, you open choices in life, you open the door for new people, new places, new opportunities, new thoughts to come in. And so you're not pigeonholed on one path. You're going to have some options here when this last part of your soul's journey, this last chapter, is in place. And that will be the last few months here of 2025, because we know that February 2026 is kind of a reset for us all. So you have a little bit of work to do here, and I know it's causing you some stress. So the Nine of Swords to me is, it's a little bit of a lack of faith, and it's interesting that the High Priestess turned up here. So when you look at so it's interesting because I just was applauding, open up your mind and, let some new thought processes in. But what happens sometimes is other things kind of get let in our head too. And we tend to play these things over and over again. These are our fears. These are our doubts. These are lower vibrations, and we have to be careful of that because we don't want to start introducing ourselves as a victim or as a martyr. because we keep on playing the same old story in our mind. We have this opportunity to release this part of our life. This is, serious. This is where we need to make a commitment to release our karma. Now, Neptune, I'm going to jump to October 22nd, which is really the later part of this month, but it's really significant. So we know that Neptune is retrograde back in Pisces and is meeting up with Saturn. And while this is happening, it signifies an opportunity to manifest. And manifesting, as we all know, certain things come to an end and we're on the precipice of a new chapter, of a new life, of a new direction where we're going, right? And so this is going to be pivotal for everyone, totally. And what's really cool for you, Taurus, is this Neptune Saturn meetup, which is a once in a lifetime, and it won't happen again. Neptune will never be back in Pisces, where it's been for the last 14 years, by the way. It will move back to Aries in January, and we're going to be ready for that reset that I talked about in February. So what's happening for you, though, is this magical planet power duo is meeting in your 11th house of wishes and dreams and goals, which is so fantastic. That's the Ace of Swords. This is you holding the crown, holding the glory, holding the achievements and the success. That's what the Ace of Swords is. And I love that this sword really kind of mimics this expansion. This looks like a sword, right? And this dark background. And it says you are getting ready to move up into higher levels of awareness through embracing your life experiences, Taurus. Opening up to higher levels of experiences, through embracing everything that you've been through. So this is wisdom. That's what the transformation card, the death and rebirth card, is really about, wisdom. Because that's what wisdom is. It's about our experiences, the lessons that we've learned. And there is great knowledge. There's this heavy weight of experiences that turns into grace, that helps guide us, that helps us make the next decision so that we're not worried about, are we making the right one or the wrong one? You have some opportunities here, and I'm loving that for you. Now, the other good news for you is so let's talk about this for a minute, because I love the High Priestess showing up. I love that the major event is happening in your 11th house of wishes and dreams, because this is what Neptune and Saturn together are. This is about dreams becoming reality. It's Neptune, god of imagination, meeting up with Saturn, god of reality. Dreams do come true. This is your opportunity to make it to this beautiful achievement that you're heading toward. And I think, knowing that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and so there will be other opportunities to come along, but I'm just saying this is really magical for you, okay? So the other thing I want to talk about is Venus. Now, Venus is your ruler, and of course, it is meeting up in your 11th house. Venus, your ruler, opposes Saturn, okay? And what's happening is this. There's opposition. There's opposition. And it's about something that's happening, maybe in your circle, and maybe that's what this decision is. So it is your 11th house. It is your friends, your colleagues, your groups, and they oftentimes help us achieve our goals, achieve these dreams, right? And I think this kind of, lower vibration energy is coming to you because we understand that something is giving way here. And it's hard. It's hard to let things go. I mean, the tower is literally removing some things from your path. That's what it's doing. It's crumbling down some things. And so there's no other way out but to let those things go so that you can open up your road, open up that path for your highest expansion and expression. So this is also Pluto's card. Pluto is the death card, represents that for sure. And Pluto's turning direct in Aquarius on the 13th. So this is activating Pluto's mission. And Pluto's mission is profound transformation. Everything is ready to evolve. So you need to expect big changes in every area of your life, but mostly in the area of your career, your public status, and your associations and dreams. That 10th and 11th house is like vibrating for you. Transformation. You know, I love that. I love that Pluto's going direct. He's out of bounds too, by the way, which is a whole nother explanation. And basically he's not following the sun's path. So he's boundless, borderless, and he's free to be himself. And he's pretty destructive. You know, that's like that's his ethos. He's there to clear the path. He's there to tear things down so we can build things up. So I am loving this for you. It's going to be a little tense for sure, but the picture on the other side just talks about expansion, new beginnings, and a beautiful new higher level of awareness, spiritual and physical. All right, one more card to close our reading from our animal spirit deck. I'll grab this one. Wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. All right. So I did speak to this a little bit, of course. And I do want to say one more thing. Life stings, and sometimes we cause some of that sting. This is controllable because this is in your head right now. You know, replaying an old story, old habits. So when you let that go, we're just going to deal with these beautiful planets coming in and clearing our path. That might sting a little bit too, but it's momentary and it's for the better good. I hope this resonated. If it has, please like, share, and subscribe. Wishing you balance, peace, and harmony. Take care.